Hello again. Welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Project Ozone 3 Kappa mode. So, we're picking back up today. I decided we're going to go ahead and just knock out the Twilight Forest, because this will be kind of in the same week, you know, and I'd kind of rather just get it over with. Pull the Band-Aid off and get this stuff done. I will say we're going to have one more Twilight Forest episode. Kind of worried about this. Like, it didn't register in the achievements that I killed the knights. Even though I did, you know, last episode. But I think because maybe I was out of the room or something like that, it didn't register correctly. So I might have... I'm not even going to be able to go in here, am I? Well, I could do that, but it's going to make... it's going to make the... Yeah, it's going to make the recording really awkward. So I'm going to have to go kill another set of knights, I think. Which is unfortunate, but I guess it can't be helped. And actually, just to make our lives a little bit easier, let me craft up one thing. Let's see, magic map, just paper, glowstone torchberries. And I haven't put explosion damage on my cape, but that is something I'm going to want to do at some point, I think, because even just like one or two of those on our cape should prevent the John Cena creepers from being able to kill us. Perhaps. Maybe so. Anyways, there's our magical map. So let's go ahead and pop back over. And then what we'll do is just shift right click. There we go. And I'm not going to be able to... let's see. It was actually the north where my dark forest was. So I'm going to have to find a new one, it looks like. But that's okay. That's okay. I should have maybe went to the dark forest, then activated it, but... And I guess whenever I kill the knights, I'm actually going to have to get up in there and, you know, maybe finish them off with a sword. There's an ice biome there. So that's good news. And don't forget that the Twilight Forest, if you pop a magic map, it will always have one of each boss. The only exclusion might be you may not get a quest ram in your area. That would be the only thing that may not appear on the magic map. So, and the Pam's Harvestcraft crops do spawn here, but of course we got the market, so we could just buy them. It's not like we have a shortage of emeralds. Now that right there is going to be a heal. There is stuff inside that. We are going to spend one more episode outside of just the progression episode. We're going to spend one more episode on Twilight Forest kind of work. And that's going to be, we got to find a quest ram. And we also need to collect a few saplings, which means we're going to have to hunt down some dungeons. So we will be doing that on camera in a later episode. It may be the very next episode. But I'm going to wait until I find a quest ram, and then we'll just do it all on camera at the same time. Because we do have a quest for the quest ram, so we will definitely want to do one of those. I'm assuming that the top right is going to be where my dark forest is. It's all my fault, because I killed the knights with with the blazing ray instead of with the... I guess they need to be killed with a sword or something. So I could probably damage them down and just go in for the final blow, I imagine. But we'll see. Okay, so here's our dark forest. It's going to be a whole lot easier to find the knight in this case. Okay, here's the knight entrance. And I do happen to have these on me. So there we go. I want to have a piggy backpack in here, and the reason being is I was testing something to see if we could move people over to the base by just going to spawn, because there is a warp to spawn, and the piggy backpack does work, so you can pick up other players and take them to your base, so you can kind of visit other people with that. So just a heads up, that's what I had that for. Okay, and I'm really hoping it doesn't take me forever and a day to find the knights. But on the plus side, we will get a lot of free steel leaf, so there's that. Withering and unbreaking. Okay, I finally found it. So There we go. And there we go. I'm just going to range them down for a bit. And then we'll go in for kind of the final blow. Alright, all that's left is this one now. Easy enough. Okay. He is rather wounded. There we go. Okay. Let me go ahead and just dump all this stuff. And the dirt I just picked up. Well, actually, whenever I started the recording, you may have noticed the dirt around me was a little bit destroyed. I just picked that up because we're going to want it for the going up to fight the Arghast. Oh, we got the Knightly Shield. Alright, what do we got? Soulbound 3. And Soulbound. Okay. XP boost 2 and Soulbound 3. Efficiency 3. Fire protection 3 and Repellent 4. Aqua Affinity Fire Protection 2. Tombstone Soulbound and Efficiency 3. Protection 2. Furious 2. Okay. These are always a great place to get a bit of enchanting stuff for us. Okay, so we are headed... Well, actually, we could just pop to the north in this case. I can't believe we have two dark forests like so close to each other. But we're just going to bypass most of the tower. At least for now. We will have to go back to town. I can't remember. I remember seeing that we needed Carmonite for some stuff. And I don't know if there's like... Unfortunately, there's not a Carmonite seed. I love that block, but what did we need that for? Oh, Arcane Workbench and End Crystals require Carmonite in this pack. Interesting. Because I know we're going to have to make those, because I'm pretty much never the first person to the end on the servers, so there's usually people in the end like really, really quick. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we are just going to bypass most of this tower by just bounce climbing. And so what we'll do, because we've done this tower a few times legit, but we've been through the Twilight Forest enough times, I do not care to go through it again. Like through this tower, because it actually takes a while. Okay, we got up to here. Bum, bum, bum. And then, yeah, I'm just going to scale up. I mean, I'll probably end up going through a bit of this tower because we're going to want to farm up some Carmonite and stuff, but usually we can work our way down and it's a little bit easier. Okay, still climbing, but I'm nearly there. Like, I am very, very close at this point. Okay. Now the ghast is activated. Oh, wow. So the gas explosions are not going to activate. Well, take it back. They seem to be kind of activating at the moment. That's unfortunate. Alright, well. Okay. What we're going to do... Let me build this out real quick. Oh, I wish this thing would be quiet. We need to find... Stop making all that racket, you. Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go. Boom! Try to burn through it as much as we can. There we go. There's our next batch of gas, so let's pop on over to here. I need one more. There we go. And activate. Okay. Yeah, and its explosives don't really seem to activate because of our explosion protection. There we go. There's my other batch. Hey, now. Oh my gosh. Come here. Gosh, it makes so much racket. There we go. And... no! There we go! I want to leave it with 2 HP. Okay, that's done. And we got our Carmonite, Fiery Tears. There we go, there's our trophy. And we should get a quest complete. Awesome. Sorry about all that racket. Oh my gosh. It's like the most noisy boss ever. Okay, so that's done. And that means actually probably the hardest part of Twilight Forest is all done. And I say hardest part somewhat loosely there. Because it's really not a hard boss, but it's more so it's just a pain to climb it. And we're done with mazes at this point as well, which is a big part of it. Alright, we'll go ahead and grab our Borer Essence. Alright, so we got ourselves 11 Carmonite. We could go farm some more Carmonite, but I'm going to hold off till we actually need it, probably, I think. And then I guess we're going to head to the... oh, well, it'll be to the south, because I need to go down to there now. So, we'll be back! Ha ha ha! Boom! You know, it's good that slime boats don't really have, like, a range that they work. Like, you can just jump off anything and you're going to survive. Which is a good thing. It's a very, very good thing. Oh, we got a rainbow forest here. I don't know. I did get a rainbow sapling from that last night maze place. Because there was one down there. But you could get a rainbow sapling from these. Of course, I'm just going to put it in a hopping bonsai. Ah, we do have a guardian ram. Oh my gosh. We'll be back for you, Mr. Ram. I can assure you, we will be back. Because basically with the ram, we need all 16 colors of wool. We might knock that out this episode then, since I already found one. Which is crazy lucky. I don't know if they're like... their spawns could be more common in this pack. I'm not for sure, though. Anyways, where we're headed at the moment is we are headed to go kill ourselves a Wendigo. Right here, actually. And spawn it. Or Alpha Yeti, I should say. Not Wendigo. He's very unhappy at the moment, but there's not like... It's not like there's a lot he can do about that, so... It's whatever. Hey, bud. You're gonna have to deal with me. Not playing the oil. It's too bad this gun can't ignite oil. That would be awesome. And die. There we go. And I don't think that there's an advancement for that one. But we did get our Twilight shader stuff. And then what we'll do is we'll head for the Snow Queen, which will be in the center. There'll always be like 4 Alpha Yetis. One in each direction from the middle. And here we go. Here's her frozen platform. Which we may want our dirt out for this, just to climb it. But usually these are a little bit easier to climb up to the top of. Because we're pretty much looking for generally the highest point on these. And we'll be back for penguins. I want animals from here. But not right this second. Okay, so this is what we're going to be climbing. Up. And we'll be able to come in and vein mine Aurora blocks too, which is always nice. Oh, this bag's going to be filled up soon. Oh. These are a little bit more expensive in this pack, to say the least. That's okay. We'll have to come back and kill more Alpha Yetis, I suppose, but... It's funny, because we can actually just jump straight into Ironwood from just the loot, you know, or Steel Leaf, whatever is higher up. Probably Ironwood. No, Steel Leaf might be higher. Yeah, we could just jump straight into Steel Leaf, which puts us really far, actually. Open this up. Let's go to Iota. So if we jump straight to, say, Steel Leaf, that puts us... there's Ironwood. There's Steel Leaf. There's Nightly. There's Yeti. So it puts us really far into the armor progression. Which if I decide to do a... Maybe a... guess she's probably going to be up in... That one, maybe. If I decide to do like an armor display area, then that would probably be what we do for the... For most of the higher tier, we'll find like places where we can easily kind of move over into other ones. And that would be a good one. Like basically shortcuts, more or less. Alright, what do we got? Power 4. Anything above this one? Yes. That should be a staircase, or maybe there's not. Okay, I'm just going to bounce up then. That's fine too. What we got here? An ice bow. And we've got Arctic boots. Okay, now over in this direction should be the other tower. Yeah, right over there. So what we'll do is we'll just pop up on top of this one. Bounce over to this one. And we're going to see if the Snow Queen's maybe in this one. Probably have to dig down a little bit, but that's okay. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Yeah, she's here. Ah. Alright. She's not too difficult of a fight. But we're pretty much waiting for her. You can actually hit right up in there, kind of between the ice blocks. There we go. But you're kind of aiming for her head. Where'd you go, lady? trapped at the moment. Okay. Hey, now. There we go. Oh, my helmet is very, very low. I'm going to pull that off for just a minute. I got to go back and get that repaired. Oh, man, that hurt. Okay. Going back where I can see you. You fiendish lady, you. It's funny because it seems like if you hit the top of her ice block, it counts as a hit. So if she gets stuck down there, and I sit here and shoot her, this seems to work out pretty well, actually. Nope, she's out now. Okay. She is just about done for. Oh, this has piercing. Yeah, that's what it is. I can hit her with piercing. There we go. She is dead too. Alright. And we got a seeker bow. Okay. Now I need to go repair at this point. In a bad sort of way. So I'm just going to go ahead and warp on home. I'm going to get my stuff repaired, and then we're going to finish out Twilight Forest real quick. So I'll be back in just a moment. Oh, and we do have a couple quests to complete real quick. Oh, and I did make nature seeds, so there's that. And oh, simple crystals. We never turn this in, so we get a book of knowledge from that. And then also explosion. Oh, for getting TNT, we get some racks from that. And then over to Lambda, we killed the Urgast. We killed the Ice Queen. And then I'm going to try to get the stuff together. We might do the quest ram as well real quick. Just go ahead and knock that out. So I'll be back in just a minute once I get some stuff sorted out. And then we'll push on. Okay, I'm just finishing out the last piece of wool. There we go. So that's all done. I'm just going to go ahead and dump that stuff in there for now. And I'm also going to grab my golden lasso. I always like keeping my quest rams just because I can keep them as pets and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and take our golden lasso with us. And then let's head for our ram. And this is actually the last Twilight Forest quest also. I will say we're going to go ahead and finish the last little bit. It's not much, but like after we do the quest ram. But that's just so that we have all the progression done and we have access to all the blocks within Twilight Forest because I love them for building. I have some plans for the underbricks especially. They're like one of my favorites. Alright, so over to our quest ram. Good sir. Let's go ahead and we're going to start just... yeah, we're going to bring him over here. We're going to go ahead and start feeding him all the different colors of wool, which is going to give him these bands. And he's going to become a rainbow quest ram. Now, there is a few free pieces of wool inside of the quest ram area, up in that dispenser. You can kind of see on screen there. But I tend to, it's never enough to do all of them, so it's better, I think, just to go ahead and get your 16 together and then come out. And he's going to sparkle for a second, and there we go. There's all of our stuff. And we'll go ahead and just capture him. So we got ourselves a quest ram. And it was blue, black, yellow, and magenta that was in here. And we got our quest ram trophy. And if we take a look, boom, there's our last quest ram quest. Alright, let's go ahead and just dump all this stuff in here. And we got a diamond block, emerald block, and iron and gold and all that stuff. But that's kind of not important to us. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pop on over to the very last place in the Twilight Forest that we need to go to, which is straight south over to the Magical Highlands place. And once again, if you want a rainbow sapling, that's the best place to find them. You can find rainbow trees in other places in the Twilight Forest. Like I said, I found mine in the night maze, but they're not super common in those places. Better just to find a rainbow grove and go there. What in the world? There's a ton of Uber soil right here. Huh. That's new. It didn't used to do that. But we still need the beanstalk seed. So let's go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to say... We're going to go ahead and do a home 2 set to here. And that way I can easily warp back. And we're just going to dig down and see if we can use Journey Map to find where the cave's at. Which it does seem like we're right above some kind of cave. Yeah, here we go. This is what we need. Maybe they're just... oh, wow, and this is super lucky because we don't actually even need the giant pickaxe because for some reason it's already opened. There's our magic beans. And there's our lamp of cinders. Okay, well, at least we got our magic beans. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and warp back up here. Well, does it actually require it at this point? Or... Because it gave us, I wish for more burning. Oh, okay, yeah. So we can just go do past the thorns. We don't actually have to go up there. But normally what you would do is you'd plant your magic bean here, and it would grow that up, and then you could go up there. But since we don't have to go up there, I might just save the magic beans, and we'll set a magic beanstalk in our base or something. And then did this ever get implemented? Or it counts this? Maybe not. Okay, well... You don't actually need the Lamp of Cinders, though. What you can do is you can just bypass it with the longsword. So what we'll do is we'll come right up here. This is always my favorite thing to kind of jump over, platform over, or parkour over. Oh, I missed that. Whoops. Whoops. I'm a little bit rusty. The idea is to jump between these... like little bits of leaves that you can find. But sometimes it's a little bit difficult. I should have went for this one. But anyways, okay, we're over the we're over all of that. And then we find ourselves at the Dead Rock. Alright. And we have this giant castle. You guys are probably familiar with this thing. I spent a long time breaking it apart on Sevtech, in fact. But there has been a lot of work done. You'll notice it's a little bit more ornate, actually, like up along these and stuff, than it was in previous iterations. So castle very well. Alright. But this will be a great place for us to farm doors and things like that, if we want to go with the magic doors. I'm going to go ahead and move my home set to here. And let me just run up this castle real quick. Oh! I got a couple adherents. You'll notice these guys don't really do a whole lot of nothing because I don't know, they're not really fully implemented yet. And I don't know. This is slowly getting done though. Can I not go up any higher? It's unfortunate. Okay, so where I'm headed, let's see. We'll just bypass most of this because it's unfinished. It's just a lot of mainly just empty rooms. There is some pretty cool rooms that I'm excited to see what ends up going into them over time. But what we're looking for is that place right over there. So what we're going to do is wind up our jump, and here we go. Here we go. Get a little bit of a wind up on our jump, and then launch it. Okay, so this says, final boss here, you win, you can blah blah blah. Yeah. Can we not break this anymore, though? Tell you what we can do. We could go underneath the floor and come up inside of it. I do want all these Violet Castle rune bricks. Just because I can. There we go. There's a bunch of those. Final boss! Da -da 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 -da. It's a 1024 HP kobold. It's not really the final boss. It's more of like a joke. Because, you know, people have been waiting for the final boss for... they've been waiting for it for, I don't know, years now. Like, because this castle's been here for a long time. Now, the mobs in the castle haven't been here all that long. You know, they're more of a recent addition. Pretty much just burned through his HP. Alright, he's almost dead. It's 1000 HP monster kobold. There we go! We've killed him and we got like 3 gold nuggets. Totally worth it, right? But yeah, so anyways, we have now conquered the Twilight Forest. Alright. So at this point, let me see how much time we got on the footage. We might go ahead and finish out the last little bit of our Twilight Forest stuff, because it's not going to take too long. But give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, we've got a little bit of time. So what we're going to do, let's pop back through. We'll go ahead and finish out Twilight Forest today. What we need to do is find some of these big trees. Not that one. I need the bigger ones. Alright, what we need to do is we need to find some of these big canopy trees. Like these here. And pop inside of them, and then we can climb up through the middle. Of course, if you have flight, it's a whole lot easier because you can just fly up there. Can potentially hop up there. We'll be hopping between canopy trees once we reach the top of this one. At least the ones within range. But I think generally it's probably just quicker just to climb up. And then once we reach the top, we'll just go ahead and clear that stuff out. And there we go. And I see some mobs on the screen. You can see them on the journey map. This is really easy with journey map. That means that there is a spawner, and it's probably down in that one, if I had to guess. Alright, so what we'll do, we'll just break this open, light that up, break the spawner, kill the little evil cave spiders, and then pop down in here, and canopy and darkwood. We don't actually need these. He must be down there or something. Because these are the really common saplings. What we're looking for right now is we are looking for robust Twilight Oak saplings, Tree of Time, Tree of Transformation, Miner's Tree, Sorting Tree. Those 5. And what we can do with these is... oh, which actually the robust sapling it looks like we cannot use in a bonsai pot. So I'm actually not that concerned about the robust Twilight Oak sapling. I'm more interested in these because these we can use inside of our bonsai pots and get like time wood sticks, time wood leaves, and roots, and the transformation wood, mine wood. But you'll notice we don't get saplings from these. We don't get extra saplings, which is okay. That's okay. I just want the wood and stuff more than anything out of these, I think. So I'm going to have to pop between trees and see if I can find some of those saplings. Which this will probably be like a project that we steadily work on. I don't know. Did it say that we can make these with materialization also? So there is that method from Abyssal Craft. There we go. Just gonna go ahead and break this one. Fingers crossed. We got a Charm of Life, but Twilight Mangrove, that's the trees that are in the swamp. I've already picked those up for our sapling collection. So hopefully this one at least has one of the saplings. They're super uncommon. So I can already tell you, we're probably not going to get all of them today, in today's episode, but I just want to start getting into these. And, of course, not all trees are going to have spawners in them. This one doesn't seem to have any spawners. But this one looks like it could have another one. Yep, sure does. You can always tell because the ones that have spawners will be shaped. Basically be a 3x3 on the top, so. Nope. And this is unfortunate. But usually, I mean, these things are like super uncommon, so. I wonder if I can make this jump. Yes, I can. But this one does not seem to have a spawner in it. It's unfortunate. Okay, so I'm going to have to head to the south. And see if I can find one. Okay, I found the first of what I'm looking for. Sorting tree sapling. There we go. There's one of the 4 that we need. Let's see. With your Twilight Oak wood, you can get this stuff from the sickly. I've got one of the sickly saplings planted in a bonsai pot. Those work in bonsais, but the robust don't in this pack. Oh, Tree of Time. Yes. Okay. So we're halfway done with the saplings. It's funny that they both came from this one tree as far as the ones that I got. So now I just have to get the transformation and the mining, which is unfortunate. Tree of Transformation is probably my favorite. But, yeah, that's okay. So let's just go ahead and warp on home. There's one other thing we're going to do this episode just really, really fast. Just because it's something I've been meaning just to show off for a bit. Well, actually, the very first thing we're going to do is slot our sorting tree and our tree of time over here. This is my little Twilight Forest segment of trees. So we've got sickly Twilight Oaks, canopy trees, darkwood, and Twilight Mangrove. These have been planted for a little bit. Well, actually, since the last Twilight Forest episode. Which was last episode, but it's been like 4 days back for me because I've been working on Enigmatica speed builds. So, alright, so that's slotted, and then let's see, let me pop over here and steal one of these bonsais. I gotta get more seeds planted out here. I need to get the market up and going from Pam's. We might actually do that real quick this episode too. Well, we've actually got the market, so I guess not much to cover there, but anyways, we'll put our bonsai pot down here and our Tree of Time sapling right there. So that'll start growing for us. These take a while to grow. You can actually see how long they're going to take if we pop into here. 1 minute and 15 seconds to grow Tree of Time. And probably 1 minute and 15. Yeah, 1 minute 15 to grow the sorting tree. Okay, so one other thing I want to do this episode is, well, actually, while we're here, let's take a look in the market. We can buy all the different Pam seeds through here. So I'll start working on getting those up to 10, 10, 10s. And we're going to have to start into the other bits of agricraft, but we will soon. So like the breeding, the actual agricraft seeds. Aerostolite metal, Cephegtonite, Bearhuntian, and Cazadorian. What in the world is this? Bearhuntian metal. Anoid Charius, Miswayate metal, taken over by Stomp the Bean, due to PO3 being RAM CPU hungry. Jack, I don't know. I'm not even getting into that right now. That's interesting though. We'll look into that more later, maybe. Okay, so one thing I want to do just really quick before we end out the episode, since we've got a minute this episode, let's go ahead and get ourselves just a couple connectors. Iron, copper, and stone. And I also want to grab these thermal piles. This is my mess chest at the moment. What we're going to do is we are going to just really quickly grab that. We're going to set up our very last 2 thermal piles on camera because we haven't actually set any of these up on camera. We made them, but we didn't actually set any up. Oh, and I need, one second, I need 2 buckets of lava, 2 buckets of water. And I'm going to grab some cobble. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's take a step back to here. Let's go ahead and set up our last 2 thermal piles. I did set up the connectors on this side already. But we're going to put those down there. Oh yeah, I've got to get my, man. Gotta get my chisels and bit stuff. And make sure that I've got some glass for this. Okay, so then what we're going to do, let's go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and grab this as my pattern. And we're going to set it to placement. And we'll just pop through over to here. That's going to be, okay, let me rotate that. Yeah, I'm going to need, I'm going to have to chisel this real quick. Which, I believe this over here was thin grid. No, maybe this one was thick grid. I can't recall. I have some thin grid and some thick grid in the base, so let's go ahead and set this to same material. And let's try this again. There we go. And 1 pane of this is going to be enough for us. Okay, so that's that. Let's go ahead and let me go ahead and just place, rotate that. Let me go ahead and just place these 2. And we'll drop in the lava. We will drop in the water. That's going to get that starting to run. And we'll go ahead and put that one in. Okay, there we go. That took a second. I mean, I could break the blocks above it and easily do it, but I didn't really want to do that. Of course, now I'm trapped in here, but we can do the /home command to get out of here. And then we'll just go ahead and we're going to run connectors up right there. And then the way I've been connecting these is I'm just bringing them up. This is kind of for looks, like those looks that you'll never ever use, but it's whatever. And then they just run down like that. So, I mean, these are generating massive amounts of power, or this whole setup, mainly the solars. But these thermal piles will actually probably have plenty of power in the system so that it runs. Even if it was like nighttime for an extended period of time, I think would be okay with those. So, now you could make the thermal piles better with better liquids. I'm just going to leave it as water and lava because that's fine. They're just really there more for looks and kind of having them as part of our Magneticraft green power building, right? So, That's really the only purpose. We will get into some of the other Magneticraft power systems, but not in this build. So we'll get into those later. But yeah, so this building's close to being done. I've got to finish out the bottom floor, which I just haven't got around to yet. But I'll be getting to that soon. So, but yeah, so I think with that, I'm going to end out this episode here. Next episode, when we come back, we are either going to be doing, if you recall, I said we're going to spend another episode, maybe two, doing some embers and a little bit of Magneticraft stuff. We'll probably go ahead and start into that next episode, but it just depends. That's kind of the current plan at the moment, but we might go ahead and start into a bit of Lordcraft. And we'll see. We shall see. So, it'll probably be embers next episode and doing the Woot system that I want to do with that. So, that's going to be fun stuff. Yeah, so that's probably what we'll be doing. And then we might, if we have the time, we might do some other little miscellaneous Ember stuff that I want to do. There's still a lot of Embers left to do. We've really kind of, well, we've done more than scratch the surface. We've kind of started it and got through the progression-y aspect of Embers. And everything's pretty much open to us at this point. But there's still a little bit more I want to do with it. So, but anyways, I'm going to end out this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're done with Twilight Forest, so the Band-Aid's kind of ripped off. Probably the most boring dimension mod that we've got is done and over with. So, glad to have that knocked out early on. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.